Hello, hello, what's going on, guys? What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Thought I'd randomly pop a stream up. Nothing, nothing too crazy. I'm getting ready to finish this project, and so I'm getting a bunch of this this laid out and textured up. So how you doing, man? Yo, Ryan, what's happening, dude? Surprise! This is what I done. This is what I did last night. By the way, I was playing around a little bit. You're good? Nice, man. Nice. So I got some cards in here, and started playing around with like a little bit of what the show looks like and stuff like that. Use spotlight projection to get some of these details in here, and then we look in closely too. Turn the paint off. Actually, you see, I like prep that texture on a lot of this stuff so that when it prints, it'll at least be visible, which would be kind of cool. Didn't expect a Saturday stream. Hey, what's up, Martin? Yeah, no, I was like just sitting here like prepping this thing. I want to stick it into Marmoset today, so I was just like kind of prepping it, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and like start getting this stuff knocked down. I was at 48 million polys, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna get this knocked down a little bit, and then let's bring it into to Marmoset. So I kind of want to clean up some of this stuff. Let's make sure I have UVs on it, which I do. I hit morph UV for a second. Let's see, that's like all over the place, man. So you know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm gonna delete this UV. Let's go to UV master. Let's clone. I'm gonna go ahead and polygroups, no symmetry. I'm gonna unwrap this again, but I'm gonna kind of clean up, if nothing else, just clean up the position of everything. So if I hit flatten, that's not too bad. Trying to write some music, nice, man. Hey, what's going on, Nadia? How you doing? Yo, Gats. Hello, hello, Cena. How you doing? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. So these aren't the best UVs, but this is actually not too bad. Actually, make that a different poly group. Just gonna kind of move stuff around a little bit. Some of this is pretty gross. Yeah, maybe put that there. That should be fine. Let's bring some of this down. Happy Friday! Well, happy Saturday, actually. The Painted Dragon. I'm great, you? I'm doing good, man. Good. Excited to see when you add the texture on this one. Oh yeah, no, me too, man. Me too. I wanna play around a little bit more with the textures on Marmoset. Look at this little guy. Let's get that over there. But I'm doing good, doing good. I was just like, I'm already playing around in Zbrush, so I'd just pop on and say hi. I don't know how long I'm gonna be streaming. Probably just, even if it's just like a couple minutes, a couple hours actually. When I say a couple minutes, but okay, let's work with that. Let's unflatten. Let's copy these UVs. Let's come back here and let's paste them on. There we go. Oh yes, happy Saturday. Yeah, exactly. Hopper, dude, what's happening, dude? Oh my god, Hopper. Dude, seriously? That 3D print you posted on Instagram look amazing, my friend. Really great job. Hey Ian, you remember that long time that we spent on Zebra study? Wait. Wait, which Zbrush study? Looky who's streaming. Yeah, exactly. You know how many Zbrush studies I've done now? Seen that? I'm drawing a blank. Pixelogic Live? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Thanks, man. It's nice having them on the desk. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yes, I do. Anyway, so yeah, okay. So I remember that Zbrush study. What? How are you doing on Zbrush? Also, I woke up like like an hour ago. I'm not fully awake, by the way. So don't mind me. Oh, okay. All right, that makes more sense now. Yeah, Hopper, dude, share link. Guys, Hopper is one of my classmates from the 3D character workshop, but he's also just like a super talented artist. He just took off. He joined the 3D character workshop very early in his stages of sculpting, and he just took off. Go check out his stuff. Yeah, Hopper, like follow, drop the links, man. Show the 3D print. Yeah, I'll even show his work off. His stuff is so good, dude. If you don't mind, Hopper. I mean, you know, I don't want to overstep either. Orlando, what's happening? Look at this. Look at this guy. It looks so cool. Really happy to see your streams and great work. Thanks so much, Cena. I really appreciate it. Yeah, look at this. This is so cool. Yeah, man. Awesome work. You animated this too, didn't you? I think he animated it. But yeah, check out his stuff. Really cool stuff. Or maybe he didn't. Oh, yeah, there it is. Right here. Yeah, look at this. Added like little animations and stuff. Super cool. Yeah, fun stuff, Mopper. But yeah, go check him out. Super awesome dude. Cat, hello! Yeah, nice stylized. Exactly, yep. Okay. Alright, so let's see here. Got UVs on everything. Whoa, what happened there? How's everyone? Yeah, doing well, man. Doing really well. Let's see, let's take a look at this. Oh, okay, that actually explains a lot. I need to rebuild this, I think. Let me see something. I'm gonna duplicate this, turn everything off, but keep that skirt on. Let's keep creases, keep groups, turn adapt off, and let's Z remesh it. Let's see what we get. Nice, man. How's everybody else doing? How's the Saturday happening for peeps? Also, that food looks tasty, Casey. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. I had symmetry turned on. Don't do that. Rainy weather here in Texas. Nice, man, nice. It's freaking hot right now in California. I think it's like 80. I mean, it's not Texas hot, but it's like 80 something degrees right now, and it's only 11 o'clock. I want like a little bit more like spring weather. That would be nice. So far, good. Yeah. Shopping for a new power supply unit. Nice. Are power supplies kind of hard to find right now? Or are you just like, you're just browsing? Okay, we're gonna keep polygroups on. Let's unwrap this. Or let's not unwrap it. Thanks, Zbrush. That's how the rest of the day is gonna go. It's freaking freezing in Pennsylvania. Oh man, that sounds like perfect weather to you. It's like, you know, California is a dry state, so when it gets hot, it's not even like really breezy or anything. So yeah, a lot of times it's just, ugh. Okay. Okay, let's just go ahead and reload. I don't even know what it saved. Had a call with Pixar Mike from Instagram last night. Don't know if you know him, but his stuff is good. Pixar Mike. That sounds so familiar, dude. I'm gonna look it up. Pixar Mike. I feel like I know that. Is that his handle? Pixar Mike. Oh, yeah. Nice. Was it a good conversation? Model and sculptor and oak. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. Boop. Doesn't seem so right now, but there was a shortage last year. Mine is super old, so I'll be reading reviews to figure out what to get. Nice. Very cool. Okay, yeah. I did not know Pixar Mike, but I've heard of him. So hopefully good conversation. All right. I don't know what broke. I'm like, man, I don't know what broke. Well, let me. No, it won't let me flatten. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and delete these UVs again. Let's just redo that part. Turn symmetry on, polygroups on, work on clone. And then let's go ahead and unwrap. Yeah, Hopper Sean's art's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Copy UVs. Let's go back in here and let's paste these UVs. There we go. Okay, let's just save. Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He was showing me how he makes his models and little tips and tricks. Ooh, nice, man. It's always cool when you get to like sit down with somebody in the industry and just talk with them. Okay, I think I have UVs here. Let me see. I'm gonna add auto groups real quick. Oh, don't do that. Actually, I don't have UVs here. So let's go ahead. Let's do the simple stuff. So let's work on a clone, unwrap. So even if you guys want to take your stuff into like Marmoset, it doesn't need UVs, but if you want to like play with some of their textures, even just doing it this way is going to be a lot better than having nothing. So just a little food for thought. Okay, let's go ahead and paste those UVs on there. There we go. That way we get our high res. Let's go ahead and save. Yeah, still got a lot to learn though. Taking a rep out of Ian's book. Super impressed with how far you've come. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, dude. No, honestly, I've just been like full overdrive. I mean, once I got into the 3D character workshop, and then like you remember how much I struggled, like trying to do the little stuff. You and I would even talk on some things that like, yeah, that I would just struggle on. But then I just kept pushing. I just kept consistent. But dude, you're not that far behind, brother. Like, I look at your work, your stylistic stuff, and I think it's great. Seriously, like, I haven't seen your full pipeline, but I mean, if you take what you already can sculpt, get some UVs on there, and then just do a pretty clean retopo, man, I could see you working in no time. Have you played with your portfolio a little bit? Oh man, I lost all my chips. I lost all my chips. Damn it. I had all these chips down here. Wow, I didn't save that long. Okay. Alright, it is what it is. Okay, so we'll keep our chips pretty low. Is this occlusion that's on right now? Alright, yeah, let's take that off. Let's go ahead and... We don't need that part right there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate these. So I'm going to make a couple chips. There we go. So I had a stack of poker chips that I had done, and I need to redo that. So I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate some of these. Just going to position where I think they should be. Kind of rotate that. Control-Shift-D. I think this will be kind of cool. And Control-Shift-D one more time. I'm going to be merging all this together, but let's start with that. Let's just work with these colors here. What we do in the shadows. I hate these chips. Yeah. I'm working on a character now that I'm looking to take from scratch to animation ready, doing a mentorship with Darko Mativ. Nice. He's a really good modeler too. Figured it's now or never to get into the industry. Dude, it really is. Hopper, I don't know if you knew this, but I mentioned it yesterday in my stream. ArtStation just got taken over by Epic Games, and there is a crap ton of tutorials on everything. Also, I'm thinking, guys, to start getting a little bit more into Quixel Mixer, if anybody's heard of that, because it's free alternative to Substance, except for it does not have a baker. That's the only downside to it. But if you guys are interested in that too, I'm going to start playing around, I think, a little bit more with Quixel, because I think it'd be a great alternative to have in your back pocket, especially now that there's a lot of people who are just trying to learn, and it seems pretty intuitive. So let me know if that's something you guys are also interested in too, but there's just so much. Man, it's just super depressing. I go on ArtStation, see an amazing environment compared to mine, and get demotivated every single time this stuff happens to me, and I have no idea what to do against that. Martin, I have a perfect solution on what to do against that. Okay, buddy? Really, 100%, I'm being 100% real. Stop comparing your work to other people's work. Don't do that. It's one thing to look at somebody else's work that you're inspired by, but if it's cutting you down, you know, try to look at it differently. Try to look at your work as like, okay, this is the level I want to get to, and I know that's going to take time and practice. But Martin, your work is fantastic. Like, you seriously should be in the industry, because, I mean, you like, just start applying. I'm telling you right now, your work is that good. You're on it, and I'm being dead serious with you, buddy. So don't sit there and like compare your work to other people and think, oh, it's not good enough, because you don't know their art journey either. What you do know is your art journey, where you are and where you want to be. That stuff should keep you motivated. But also too, at the end of the day, you just have to appreciate what you can do and know that you're going to continuously try to keep learning. So, I mean, because I'll tell you right now, if I took my work and I compared it to Rafael Grassetti, I'd cry in the middle of the night by myself, which I already do. But, you know, I would just be there devastated because, oh, I'm not as good as him. But he has like 10 years on me. That's just stuff you can't do. Don't look at it that way. Take your stuff. Your stuff is great. It's going to get better over time. So take a deep breath and say, I want to get to that level. But I'm not there yet. It's okay. It's going to take time. I'm going to keep working. That's it. Don't do a direct one-to-one comparison. That's not fair. It's not fair to any artist to do that. Not to not to lecture, but seriously, Martin, I got you, and I've been there, dude. I was there not that long ago, and we've talked about imposter syndrome before too. So you guys know how I feel about, you know, being down on yourself. It's natural, but we can push through it. You may want to look at that in regards to Unreal Engine, where that is free actually versus having to pay for Quixel and Megascans and such by itself, unless you are going to do it inside of 3 programs. There's nothing saying you can't use Octane inside of Unreal, for example. That's a good point. Yeah, I was just looking into it. I ran across a video the other day that was like Substance versus Quixel. Quixel being free alternative that works directly with Unreal. And it seemed like a very intuitive program, but definitely had some cons against it that are unfortunate. But I don't know. I feel like I'm at that moment where I just kind of want to play around with some programs and see what's good. I mean, I own Substance, I own Marmoset, but not everybody can own that stuff. So, and Substance, I only own the Steam version, and so I think Adobe stopped supporting that now. Because, you know, why do they care? Alright, I'm going to take Poly Paint that. Bloop. Say okay. Let's get our colors back. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. I'm going to get some of that yellow. Yep, sounds good. Let's actually do like a little bit of a black. Not true black though. You never want true black. Yeah, and let's do this one right here. Let's just fill that color. Perfect. Okay. Let's save it now before I start making changes. Comparison can be so toxic, it's so true. And not only do you want your work to be why people want to hire you, but you also want to be the type of person that people want to work with. Absolutely. Thanks. It's just really hard for me not to compare my work to others. No, you know what? I agree too. I mean, it is really hard. I wish it was a switch you could just turn off in your brain and say, stop comparing. It's not, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's always going to be there because as artists, we're definitely compared to each other because the industry, in my opinion, has made it a competition. And there's nothing wrong with competition. But when artists start looking at other artists and saying that I need to know all of this stuff before I can even be looked at, it's not true. There's 3 things that I think really set you up for success with being hired as in any industry, but specifically an artist. You need at least 2 or 3 of those things. You definitely need to be either really good working with people, great communication skill and teamwork, and then to have the actual skill and talent behind it. If you get along well with others, if you work well with others, if you're able to learn and pick up quickly, if you're able to take criticism well, if you have, you know, the talent there or the ability, I don't even like the word talent anymore. It feels like it just discriminates or tears down people's hard work. But if you have those things there in place, which you already do, people are going to see that. I think you just need to start like mass applying to places and putting yourself out there. And 2, the best man, like the one who has like the best skill set doesn't necessarily get hired. Sometimes people will hire those who are like up and coming because A, they want to save some money, but B, they can kind of mold and shape them to what works for them. You know, if you want to get hired at Blizzard, you got to sculpt and you have to create like a Blizzard style, right? But let's say take Hopper for example. He's still new in his journey, but he has a really nice stylistic choice. He could pivot in any style he wants to go. He's still able to kind of decide that direction. If he applied to Blizzard and had a really good portfolio that shows that he could take a stylized character all the way to game ready, they might hire him just because he's able to be molded and manipulated to get to what they're looking for. So sometimes that happens too. I mean, you know, I was super shocked when Pixo took me on. Like, I look at some of the people on there and they're way up here, and I'm like still climbing. So at the end of the day, we can't help but compare, but we need to try not to. And we need to just look at our skill set, know where we need to improve, be honest with that, and just keep pushing. I think everybody here in this chat just feels exactly where you are. So you're definitely not alone. We've all been there. Yeah, this Quickie Will gets the grace. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. And if I compare my work to others I look up to, I know I'm not there yet. At the end of the day, the people whose work you look up to at that one time were at the same level as you. Exactly. Try to look at what I really like about somebody's work and then see if I can learn or incorporate it into mine. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Just keep pushing it, my friend. But you are well on your way. And honestly, I've seen some really terrible environments in games, in AAA games, that the work I've seen you do, I can already tell you is better. Now, that could have a lot of factors, but I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I've seen some stuff get through all the way to like release, and I'm like, I don't even know how that happened. So, take a deep breath, buddy. You're good. You're good. Hopefully that's more motivating than anything else. I don't want to be discouraging. Somebody take that clip and post it under inspirational real talk. Hell yeah, brother. All right, cool. Hey, Colton Clay, what's happening, dude? How you doing, my friend? Happy Saturday! Absolutely, dude. Happy Saturday. Yeah, man. As artists, we all need to make the promise to just go for the gold. You know? Just go for the gold. Don't worry about anything else. Just gonna put this chip right here. Boop. There we go. Yeah, great job getting in here. Pumping some iron while I watch and getting motivated to get back into some Zbrush. And dude, you work out too, man. Dude, that's awesome. Because I actually just started like getting really serious into bodybuilding and just lifting weights and feeling good and getting in shape. It's been so motivational. So that's awesome to hear, man. Get it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move this black chip over here. Bloop. Oh, what you doing? Kamara! Hell yeah, man. I have to do it for my sanity at the bare minimum. I totally 100% know exactly what you're talking about. I have to as well. Not only for my sanity, but honestly for like it just makes you feel really good. You know? Like, it's a good way to get endorphins and just feel good for 5 seconds. Oh, what happened there? There we go. Place your bets. All right, let's save it. I don't bodybuild, but have been into fitness for a long time. Nice. Nothing drives away the negativity like exercise and working. Yeah, it's something I just started getting into. And I'm not like trying to go for like competitive bodybuilding. I'm 37. It's already too late. But I was always into fitness with martial arts and exercising, and just I was always into it. But after having kids and then just kind of being like, you know, a dad who got stuck in a rut, dealt with depression over the last couple of years, and then now the pandemic, and trying to like recenter myself, I found that weights was the best thing. Like, I tried to go back to martial arts with like shadow boxing and stuff, and that's fun from time to time, but it's not really fulfilling. So I like put that on the back burner, started doing more weight training, and just the mind muscle connection and like the pump and just like really getting into the science of it is so relaxing. I can't even explain it. So yeah, it's definitely a great. Yeah. Wait. No, it's not. It's not. Wait. No, it's not. Yeah. What's not? What did I say? Feel you, brother. I'm 35. I'm just happy to be able to have some functional strength. Right? Yeah. I've had anxiety a lot in my life. Nothing knocks it out like some good exercise. Absolutely. Wait, what did I say, Ryan? What are you responding to? Yeah, plus building muscle is awesome. Anatomy training. It really is. Oh my god. Oh, okay, what I meant by that, Ryan, is like I'm 37 years old, so scientifically the body's testosterone starts depleting at early 30s, like 35. So no, it's not too late to get into it, but if I was trying to go for like Mr. Olympia, it is without help. You know what I'm saying? Without scientific injections help. But I'm not trying to go for that. Actually, to be honest, I'm trying to go for more of like a classic physique. I think that would be cool. So kind of like 1970s. In fact, oh my god, dude, Colton Clay, I know you'll appreciate this. I found Steve Reeves' bodybuilding regiment. It's a like a 5x5. Actually, it's a 3x10. It's a 3x10 set 3 days a week, which is very similar to what I'm currently doing, but I'm doing it like a 5x5. But he adds in a couple extra exercises that I'd be really excited to do. So I'm actually thinking about switching it to that. So it's still on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday routine for me, but it's adding in more volume, which would be really cool. How you doing, Kamara? So that's what I meant by too late. It's never too late to do anything, really. But I'm not going to be on pro bodybuilder stages. I don't see that. Maybe a fitness model one day. Talk about reach for the stars, right? Okay. There's like a huge part of me that wants to like do this cross stack like this. But I don't see that being realistic in the print. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go a little higher with a stack like that. There we go. So believe it or not, all of this, like, so many chips. I think that'll be good. I think that kind of tells the scene a little bit. I feel like maybe what we should do is like maybe take like a couple of these over here. Let's do that. Kind of like maybe push this up. Never say never. Never. You wouldn't mind that, right? IR bodybuilder. I'm never saying no. But I also like cheeseburgers from time to time. So, you know, if Will Tennyson's taught me anything. If you guys don't know Will Tennyson, he's like, he's a fitness instructor and YouTuber. Really cool dude. Great motivational speaker, too. Okay. Let's go ahead and save. I'm aware. Right there with you. I actually read a very interesting new study about it. I'll try and find and send it over. Ooh, that'd be great, yeah. Hell yeah, the classic bodybuilding stuff is tried and true. I've done a 5x5 program and put on some good mass, then went back to high rep, high intensity. Got nice and lean, nice. Yeah, I kind of upped it to like a 5x10, which I guess was like defined by the Germans back in the 1970s, which is where Arnold learned a lot of his stuff from. And then that's where like then they started adapting the 10, 15, 20 sets per muscle group. Dude, it'd be crazy. Actually, I actually looked in the mirror the other day and saw I have pretty good vascularity, and I was impressed with myself. I was like, that's nice. But it's also helped me with like controlling my diet. Cause my dad, he actually has like really bad heart failure problems, and so looking at him, like he's had his heart restarted, a bunch of stuff, and we're very similar in body type, body composition, and overall health. And so I look at what my dad is doing, and he's in his late 60s now, but from the time he was 60 to 67 now, he's like had a lot of health issues with high cholesterol. So I'm like, if I don't, but he's never, like the difference between him and I is he's never actually done anything. He was never into fitness. He was never into any of that stuff. So I thought, you know what, if I get into a little bit of fitness, if I kind of like take that on a bit, I think I'll actually be okay. So that could be exciting. Okay, let's kind of push these over just a bit. Kind of rotate that. There we go. I don't know if it's just me, but trying to create like a perfect scene of chips and cards is like super relaxing. Oh yeah, man, get stacked, brother. Yeah, get on that keto, man, and bacon cheeseburgers all day. Oh, that would be great. Actually, so I've been really good, like, you know, watching my calories and stuff. But yesterday, I just said fuck it, and I went to McDonald's and got like a #1 large size with a Coke and 10 chicken nuggets on the side, and just devoured it. I totally took like the calorie intake. I tracked it, and I recorded it, but I was like, oh my god, that's so much. This is looking so nice. Thanks, Zena. Yeah, this is coming along. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, let's actually, I need to repair the skirt now. So let's save it real quick. I was trying to put UVs on it so we can get some sort of nice pattern going, but for some reason it was being weird. So I'm going to try to reconstruct this. Okay, it's not going to let me do that. So let's duplicate it. And then let's go ahead. Let's do group by normals one more time. Please don't crash. It's not that high, man. Well, it is, okay. It is 2 million. I can hear my CPU just burning. Okay. Keep creases, keep groups. Okay, let's try 10,000. So we're going from 2.3 million polys to hopefully 10,000. That's a pretty, it's pretty ambitious. Dude, you got to get them monumental cheat meals. If you don't absolutely go, yeah, if you don't absolutely go nuts, then it makes it harder to be disciplined for the rest of the time. Right. It's, yeah, exactly. It's about being good most of the time. That's the lesson I've learned. First of all, is that you only realize what you've done after you've finished the meal. Like, what have I done? Yeah, exactly. There we go. Okay, so that was pretty good, but I have symmetry on. Like a noob. Let's not do that. Yeah. I told myself I'm gonna eat that meal and I'm gonna track it. And that one meal was 16, because I didn't eat all the fries. I weighed the fries out. It was 1,622 calories for that one meal. I don't do the like the micronutrients. I don't really go off of that. It's pretty obvious if something's really fatty or if something's like high in protein. But wow, yeah, that was that was insane. But it was so good that I just did not care. So, you know. All right. Okay. I'm gonna do like a little bit of a relaxed smooth. Oh, what's happening there? Right there. Okay, perfect. Not too bad. Okay. Now that we have that, let's actually turn everything else off. I'm not worried about this one anymore, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fill the color. There we go. Now we're going to save it, and then we're going to go ahead and get our UVs out of here. Because 10,000, I don't need it much higher, or much lower than that, I mean. Polygroups, it's not symmetrical. Let's work on clone just to save ourselves some headache. And let's unwrap and see what we get. Ooh, that's not too bad. Flatten. Okay. All right. We're not taking this to animation, so we don't need to freak out too hard on how ugly those looked. Yeah, you're balanced, eat well, then eat good, then eat well. Exactly, yep. There's a difference between good and well. There absolutely is. Okay, let's copy those UVs. Let's paste them. Paste. Okay. That should be good enough. I'm going to go ahead and crease Paul Gabry's, for those of you who know what that is. And then we're just going to go up in subdivision a little bit. Actually, let's back that up a bit. I'm actually going to go to geometry, crease, and I want the crease level to fall off after 3. So level 2, 3, 4. Okay. There we go. There we go, that's fine. Let's actually turn on dynamic. Maybe 2. There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. Just so it's a little soft. It's not super... I don't want a super hard edge. There we go. Now apply that. Perfect. There we go. Bloop. The sphere, let's just like shrink that down and hide it there. Sculpt Kid, what's up, duder? Paul is so creased right now. He so is. Sculpt Kid in the house, man. How you doing, brother? Okay. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure most things have UVs on them. What's this? Okay, that shirt doesn't have UVs. which is this one right here. Okay. Let me see something. It's not that heavy. Let me actually work on a clone. And let's just try to unwrap it. We just saved it, so worst that happens is that it has a hard time unwrapping at higher subdivision level, but you can unwrap heavier files. I'm sure you can guess. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. What's up, Ian and everyone? Tall Dan. Hello, hello. Oh, cool. I can always tell when Zbrush is working really hard if the stream starts getting hit hard. But it seems to be okay right now. Just let that think for a second. Yes, this is my Trenta cold brew. So when I say that my sculpts are 1 Starbucks cup high, I am considering the Trenta sweet vanilla cream cold brew. Yeah, this is my coffee. You discovered a secret, right? Yeah. There it goes, there it goes. Ooh, did it think it? Did it think? It's almost done. Oh, yes. I'm pretty open with my secrets, so I don't think it's really a secret. But I've never measured my Starbucks cup, though. I've only eyeballed it. I have a measuring tape here. Let's see. So a Trenta Starbucks cup is 8 inches tall. So take that into consideration. Ah, the secret, he said out loud. Yes, that's the one. That is it. We knew it all along. Bloop. Let's paste those UVs. I'm really surprised that worked, actually, because that's 400 and... I don't usually try to cut UVs at 400,000 polys, but I don't question it at that point. You just go with it. Never question. Okay, we're going to go ahead and group by normals. There we go. Let's actually unwrap this one as well. Because I want to be able to apply a texture, and I'll show you guys Marmoset here in a second. And Marmoset, by the way, handles geometry really well. This morning I loaded in the original file before I started like taking it down. And it was at 48.8 million polys, and it only took like 3 minutes to load into Marmoset Toolbag 4. So if anybody's wondering how Marmoset can handle, yeah, that's what it is. Nice to see you streaming again. Oh my god, it's so nice to be streaming. Okay. Little laggy. There we go. Zbrush was really thinking. But no, it feels really good to stream again. There we go. Okay. It's relaxing now. There we go. Okay. Yeah, pretty dense. I don't think I need it that dense. Let's delete higher. Yeah, I really don't need it that dense. That was unnecessarily high. How are you doing? That's my name right there. Right, yeah. That's my name right here. You all good? How's life? Okay. Let's continue through, see what doesn't have UVs. These buttons? You serious right now? Unwrap? Okay, there you go. Some buttons. This doesn't have UVs. The stitching does not have UVs. I'm actually not really surprised by that. It's not very high, so let's go ahead and just unwrap it. Should be fine. Okay. Okay, this works here. Let's go ahead and save it real quick. So obviously I'm not really caring about like what kind of UVs I have. No, Ryan. I think people stopped talking for a second. I was also like pushing kind of hard. Currently in my first exam, so I had a lot of things to do. You have been busy as well with your new job? Yeah, I've been so busy. I've been extremely busy. Just lots to do, lots of working. But overall really good, man. Overall really good. Got a new stream schedule, so now I'm gonna stream Wednesday mornings at like 7:30 for like an hour or two, just like a warm-up stream, which I'm really excited about. Let's do auto groups. Cool. Let's just go ahead. Let's save it real quick and then we'll unwrap. And then on Fridays after work, because Fridays are kind of short, and usually I know what I'm doing, so I take a big break. Since I'm working from home, I can basically like kind of do some. Yeah, I can like kind of stop. So unless I have something that's urgent that needs to get done that day, Fridays around 3 p.m. my time, it's usually pretty dead, and I'm just like finishing up whatever it is. So I'll usually pause what I'm doing, stream for a little bit, and then I'll go back to work for like an hour or two, or I'll just finish it up, over the weekend. As long as I put in my hours and I get it done, they're pretty laxed, which is nice. Got really lucky with that. Oh, okay. Just looked up. Right now, Colton Clay is like loading up that bench press. He's gonna PR today at 185 with a 5 rep max. I think I'm gonna start a challenge today. Ooh, what's your challenge, Ryan? What are you gonna do? Tell me what you're doing. Dude, Colt, what kind of equipment do you have at home? I bought this Mercy bench that has like a squat rack on it. I'll have to like send you a photo on Discord. It's a pretty awesome set. Actually, I could just show you. I bought it on Amazon. Anyway, I bought it on Amazon. What was funny was when Amazon delivered it. It's the first time I've seen 3 Amazon drivers together, and they like had to like carefully lift it and like bring. I live at a house, so it's not like they had to climb up steps, but they like 3 of them had to carry it on down into up to my house. It was kind of fun. They were like, "What?" And it didn't say what it was on the box. So when I signed for it, they're like, "What did you order?" I'm like, "Oh, that's a bench. That's a weight bench." They were like, "Oh," which is super funny. Let me pull it up real quick. I've had it for a couple months now. It's been great. So this is what I bought. Check this out, and it's amazing. I really like it. Like. Just leg press. Can't skip leg days. No, you can't. Now, what's funny is at the top position for the squat rack, I have to be at the top peg, and I'm almost too tall for it because I'm 6'4". So, but it's such a great machine. Have weights down at the bottom. It takes Olympic weights and it takes normal weights. So pretty cool. Publish 200 games by the end of the year. Do it, Ryan. Do it. Do it. It's good to see you streaming again, Ian. You give me a lot of motivation with your work and what you talk about during your streams. It seems not only sculpting, but your streams also has a calming effect on me. Dude, that's so awesome, man. Well, thank you for being here. I just love connecting with you guys. Seriously, and I just love being able to just sit down and have a conversation and just share share my work. So thank you for being here. Thank you for those kind words, seriously. Ooh, workout station, yeah. Dude, I'm lucky because at my folks' place, they have one of those home gyms with a bunch of stuff. Nice. At my apartment, just have track bands and a pull-up bar. Mostly I do body weight stuff. That's awesome. Hey, Ohad Ben, what's happening, dude? That's how you get ripped. Just move the bench around a bunch. Yeah. Yeah. 6 feet. Jesus, I'm 5'7", and that already sucks sometimes. Yeah, 6'4", dude. Yeah, I'm a tall dude. Yeah. I'm tall and naturally lean, which is a blessing and a curse because I was skinny fat for a long time. Which that's, you know, there's no other way to say that. I would eat so much food, but I wouldn't gain weight. And when I would gain weight, it would just weigh me down. So I was very unhealthy as a quote skinny person. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go ahead and save this real. Did I save it? Let's save it again. All right, let's unwrap. Yes, 6'4". Damn, you're just under the height where you're just under the height where it is a real problem, right? Yeah. Yeah, you're 6 foot. You're 6'4" too. Nice. Did we talk about that before? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think you said you were pretty tall. I think during one of my streams you had said I had mentioned my height, and you had said, "Oh yeah, we're like the same height." But now it correlates because that's just how I am. I'm good, man. Thanks. It's great seeing you do better and better work each day. Role model, dude. Thank you so much, man. You guys are too kind. Do you guys know how to make me blush? That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let's check this out real quick. Okay, we're gonna back this up a little bit. So look at the difference here real quick. So this is 3.5 million. This is 911,000. Like this wrinkle, 3 million. Like, why did I kick it up so high? You don't ever need to really do that. You don't need to kick it up so high. And let's just go ahead and unwrap these UVs. Yeah, Zbrush. Oh, no, I'm not going to render it in Zbrush. I'm going to be kicking this over into Marmoset. I'm just actually just getting some good UVs happening right now. Good. I'm getting UVs. Wait, I'm 6'2". Just had the wrong height in my head. Oh, yeah. Yay, 6 feet. 6 feet club. You dudes are tall and good at 3D. Leave some for the rest of us. I use that term so many times. So glad to know I'm not the only one. It's that weight where like everyone's like, "Oh, you're thin." Yeah. And then you see your gut and you're like, "Oh, no." Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. 6'4". Wow. So many 6-footer in chat. Yeah. I'm only 6'1", 6'2" on a good day. Just depends on your shoe size, or your shoes too. If I wear boots, I like kick up to 6'5". Like immediately wearing boots puts another inch or two. Okay. Yeah, I never like using the term skinny fat, but I don't know how else to like, what else to call it. Okay, I think everything has UVs. All right. Let's save it. And this is only 16 million now. We like brought it down a lot. So I'm going to export it out FBX and let's get this thing into Marmoset Toolbag and let's see what we got. And this will be the render version, and then the 3D prep I'll probably do later. Or maybe I'll save that for a Pixo stream because there's a lot of work to do here. Not this Pixo stream though, because they have a new challenge coming, and I'm really excited about that. No, wait. Keep us on our toes with the challenges. Call it lean buff. It's not even buff though. I've always wanted to reach 6 foot. You're so close. Yeah, you're like 5'11". You're like an inch away. I have to get binoculars to look Ian in the eyes during a conversation. Yeah, because we still need to do a Street Fighter. Talden, we still need to play some Street Fighter. Only 6 foot here, just regular tall. Just enough to help get the crackers off the shelf for old ladies. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, my brother said we should add more pounds to me and then go to the police just so I can scare anyone when I'm in my riot gear. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we do, Talden. We absolutely do. Okay. Alright. What we can do too, real quick, is so we're not like having a bunch of subtools. I'm going to merge down some of these things. So we're going to keep UVs on. This part's crucial. If you take time to cut UVs, make sure you click this UV before you merge. But I'm going to merge these chips together. So that way I just add one material and bring in the color. Got the cards together. The stand... We'll leave the stand by itself. And then we'll call this like actual, like just poker chips. Just in case I want to do something like, I don't know, move them or something like that. There are a bunch of pictures where I T-pose over a bunch of my classmates who are like 5'8". What's crazy is like, I love it when I meet somebody taller than me. In person. Like, I remember in high school, I was always the tallest in my class. And then I was in my junior year when a freshman from another school, you know, a new freshman came in, and he was 6'6" at 14 years old. Saw him day one walking down the hall, like it was crazy. And then the next day he had a basketball in his hand. And I'm sure he liked basketball already, but people tried to recruit me to play basketball because I was the tallest in my class. And then, like, they recruited him almost immediately. I always love when I meet somebody shorter than me. Oh, yeah, because Kamara, you're short. You're a shorty. Okay, so we got body together, hair, undershirt, skirt, stockings, the hoodies by itself, the stitching is by itself, buttons, the actual like hoodie ears are by itself, which is fine. Try to organize this a little bit more in position. The buttons we can make metallic. Okay, great. All right, I think that's enough subtools. All right, let's go ahead and save this. Buddy of yours is 6'9". Oh my gosh. You stopped growing 9 years. You stopped growing at 9 years old. I've been the tallest and then the shortest. I prefer short. Nice, it's funny. Actually, the guy I work with now, he's 6'9". He looked tall because he always has the webcam. He's always like, when we're in our meetings, the camera's always up, and so it makes him look tall. And so I just thought he just likes looking tall on camera. Or he hovers over his camera on his laptop. But then we got talking and he was like, yeah, I'm 6'9". I'm like, oh my God. And always when somebody says, oh, I wish I was tall as you, I respond, trust me, you don't. Yeah. I would like to know what it's like to be shorter as an adult. Like, I would like to know what it's like to be at 5'5". Actually, if I could trade places with somebody who's 5'5", who somebody is even like legally I don't know if this is the right term. Like legally like a little person, short, mid, what's the proper term? I feel like I'm gonna, you know, like I would love to know what it'd be like to be a dwarf height, and I would love to know what it's like to be 7 feet tall. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I'm really sorry. I don't know. But you know what I mean? I would like to know all these various heights and what it's like. Just one day in the life, I think would be awesome. When I play football, the whole line was above 6 foot. Yeah, absolutely. That's all you hear when you talk is you should play basketball. Yeah, when you're tall, that's all you should hear. Play basketball. Actually, I got told to play football once. The curse of never being happy with your height. Right? Yeah, I know. Okay, let's hit export. I'm going to go FBX. I'm going to delete this one. That one didn't work. And I'm going to overwrite this one. And we're going to do visible. FBX 2020 is actually really good. I don't recommend changing that too much. My Y up is fine. And let's just go ahead and hit OK. And this might take a second. Hopefully it doesn't lag. It shouldn't lag. It's just exporting. What's everybody's dream height? Like, if you had to pick one height that you think you'd be happy at, what is it? As a woman, I enjoy being tall. It automatically gives you more of a presence in certain situations. Yeah. You get noticed for sure. All right, export away. 6 foot. You actually good with your height? I'm honestly pretty happy at 5'3". Nice. Nice. I would like to be able to try it out. Like I was saying, I'd like to be able to try out the different heights and then pick one. That would be nice. Your height, I'll take that gorgeous mug of yours. You can have it. You can have it, baby. You can have it. You guys are all just flattery today. I love it. 5'3" representing. Yeah. I haven't been the tallest in my class until 7th grade. Kind of feel like I've been able to try both, so I'll stay short. But were you aware of your height at 7th grade? Like, I was aware of my height in high school when somebody said I should play basketball. And then they said, because you're tall. And I said, I have no hand-eye coordination like that. Like, I mean, I play basketball with my friends, but I would say I was not good. I was not a good basketball player. I guarantee that. I was an okay, on average, basketball player. I could catch a ball and I could make a shot once in a while. But I didn't become aware of my height really until then. So I mean, because we all start short. We all start as, you know, short babies. I remember being the same height as everyone else in school, but then we left for a summer and came back and everyone was taller. And I was like, what the heck? Yeah, I bet. That would be weird. Oh, I was well aware. I was the tallest in my class every year until 7th grade. Everyone made sure to tell me all the time. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. I was told I was going to be over 6 foot and I should stop doing gymnastics. What? Oh, because... That's so stupid. I would have kept doing gymnastics just to spite them. That's actually how I got into martial arts, because I was super inspired by martial arts as being young, and it didn't matter how much taller I was. Like I just loved all types of martial arts. I had like my dad. I feel like everybody had this book, but it was just, the book was just called Karate. It was a super thick book. I can't even remember what his name was, but you know, it had like how to punch out a candle. Like it had like iconic stuff. Like my dad had it, my stepdad had it, like my grandpa had this book. Like everybody had this book. So I really, that's how I got into it. But people kept saying, well, you're really tall. You know, when I was in high school, they're like, you do martial arts. How is that? Most people are shorter. And I just kept doing it. Gymnasts are short. Yeah, they're short. Absolutely. Yeah. D milk and cornbread beef. Cornbread beef. Yeah. You never hear people say that. Yeah. Started riding horses instead. The height doesn't matter there. That's not true. I've heard that like jockeys are really short. Like the shorter the better because of the weight that the horse has to carry. Like that's what I've heard. Does it really not matter? I've seen some short jockeys. Like oh, just riding horses in general. Okay. I went to automatic, like, competitive. Yeah, 6-1. I'm no English major. I barely spoke my own. Yeah, no racing. Bad. No, absolutely, yeah. I automatically went to competitive sports. See, that's just how I am. You competed in a show jumping for 15 years. Oh, nice. That sounds awesome. Okay, cool. There it is. All right, guys. It exported out. You did it. Let's save one more time. I call it decimated, but it's really not. All right. Let's go ahead. We're not going to close Zbrush yet. We're going to minimize it. And I'm going to open up Marmoset tool bag 4. Let's bring it on over so you guys can see what I'm doing. And let's see how long this takes to load. Import model. There it is. Let's open it up. I don't think it'll take very long. Marmoset's more GPU based. Height doesn't matter for anything but racing, and racing is bad for the horses and riders. Absolutely. Yeah. I would love to hear a quick response of what you did to make it render ready. Just ZBrush project. So it's a combination of things. So if you want to utilize UVs for render ready, then yeah, what I would recommend is that you ZBrush it and have different poly groups to help cut cleaner UV seams. You're not looking for anything perfect, but you are just looking for something that's usable. If you're just going for a render, not animation or anything. But what I did was, yeah, so I took stuff like these stockings, for example. These stockings, when I added these details, were 3 million, and I decided if I needed it or not. If your model's subdivided and you don't have a lot of detail on there, kicking it to a usable subdivision that doesn't make a big difference between how high or low it is, you know, kind of pick in between a little bit. Where I usually decide if I keep subdivisions is if this was the best version at 3 million, I would have just turned around and actually gone to ZRemesher. I would have gone to Decimation Master and kept UVs and use and keep poly paint, and then pre-processed and decimated it. So it's just deciding what works best. You can stick with subdivisions, or you could stick with decimation. At the end of the day, you don't need UVs, so you could bring in a solid mesh into here, but you know, it also brings over the material. So for me, what I did was I just kind of determined what I wanted to do, what worked best, and then I just kind of went with that. So some of this stuff, like the cards, these cards don't have subdivisions, and it's 5.8 million. But they have really small details, so I need that 5.8 million. So if this didn't load, or if this struggled, I would have decimated this by keeping UVs. But it seemed to have loaded pretty well. And then so this chip right here, for example, this is 1 million subdivided. But when I scaled down to just have basic poker chips, I made sure that I lowered the subdivision to something that was usable and readable from afar, like this. And then I just deleted all the high subdivision levels. So I kept it as low as possible. So that's the goal. Just try to keep it as detailed, but as low as possible when you're trying to render in another render engine. If you're trying to go for animation, then you want to have everything subdivided at its lowest. Save out a high poly version and then a low poly version, so that then you can make maps and project high details to low versions. But because we're just going for render, you get a little bit more freedom to kind of pick and choose what looks best and then stick with that. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. So in this case, now we're going to go to Marmoset, and I'm actually going to... I never like using the materials it brings over, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all these materials. Get rid of that. Let's go ahead and save this. Gonna write over my test file. Cool. So Marmoset can take that much polys? Yeah, Marmoset can take a lot. For a $300 program, and in my opinion, a direct competitor of Keyshot, Marmoset can take a lot. So yeah, don't be afraid to really like push it in there. Yeah, and I just auto unwrapped in Zbrush. And when I auto unwrap, like let's go back here for a second, and let's take a look at the most complicated thing, which is her hoodie right now. So when I unwrap this, notice I have different poly groups on different sections. I like to kind of go through and mask off and create new poly groups for different sections of plane changes. So when you do the unwrap process, it actually takes those poly groups and can kind of help clean it up a little bit. So you get a little bit nicer UV, but at the end of the day, if you really want perfect UVs, you'll have to cut them yourself. But for just this, yeah, Z plugin, and then UV master. And then with polygroup selected, and at its lowest subdivision, you just hit unwrap, and then it gives you what you're looking for. Okay. Now we get to play around a little bit. So the whole purpose of the UVs, of course, was to try to utilize some of this texture ability and see if this works. So I'm going to go through, and I actually have a bunch of fabric textures. Let's actually pick what's on my computer. Cotton stripes. Let me see. I can actually turn the color off, and I can actually turn the vertex color on. So then I get some nice textures in the stockings, but I keep my original color. So this is why you cut them. So now I have some of this in here. And then of course, if I want to increase the depth or get some nicer looks, there we go. No, this is Marmoset Toolbag 4. Wow, amazing explanation, man. You're the best. Appreciate it. Not a problem. Absolutely. Yeah, I have Substance Painter, but Marmoset Toolbag 4 does texturing really well. So it's a really good alternative. It's not quite as good as Substance Painter is, but it doesn't need to be yet. But I think it will eventually get really, really far up there. Would you recommend Quixel? Don't have the money for Substance. If you don't have the money for Substance, what I'm understanding, and I'm going to play with it more, so I do not have direct experience, but I did some research yesterday. Quixel's free, as far as I'm aware of, or very low cost. So I would say yes, absolutely, because you would be able to kind of learn the texturing process and at least get an idea of how it is. And if you already know how to use it, then it's supposedly going to be very intuitive. But I have no direct experience. I'm only repeating back what I have heard of. However, I do know that Quixel doesn't have a bake engine, so you'd have to bake it somewhere if you want to project low to high. That's the only problem. But outside of that, I would say give it a shot and see if it works for you. Go through some tutorials. like Blender, it's free, so you like there's no harm. What's the worst that happens? You waste a day or two and realize it's not for you. But if you are looking to get into texturing and rendering and wanted to buy one program, that's where Marmoset comes in. What is baking? So baking is when you have a high-res sculpt and you have a low-res version of that sculpt and you want to project the normals, the albedo, the IDs, the world maps, all the maps that you want to project those details onto the lower one. That's generally used for game and animation assets because they want to keep the model as low as possible but as detailed as possible. So baking is when you take those details and you actually project them on from the high to the low, and then it's set in stone and it generates a map, and that map is what you see on a video game. Oh, so you put the geometry from high res as texture on the low res. Correct, yes. Yep. And the auto unwrap in ZBrush is good enough for texturing in Painter? Yes, it is. I would, like, again, I would preface that if you're going to use auto unwrap in ZBrush, make it as clean as possible, but nothing beats a hand retopoed and UV process. But if you're just going for render, it is absolutely good enough. I use it all the time. Very much so. Okay. Let's come back to fabric real quick. Ooh, felt. I'm gonna double click this. Smarten can't use Quixel. It's really weird. I think it's because I'm way too used to the Substance Painter. Interesting. I want to try it. I think I'm going to end up trying it because I want to know. And if I can help people like get into the more free material, even just starting, I think that'd be cool. Ooh, cashmere. Cashmere. I'm going to stick that on this shirt for a second. I'm actually going to go to albedo, vertex color. There we go. Oh, that's pretty nice. By the way, Marmoset got a baker. I'm using it all the time. Yes, Marmoset has a baker. I was saying that Quixel does not have a baker. Is this Quixel Mixer? No, this isn't Quixel Mixer. This is Marmoset Toolbag. Sorry if it's getting a little confusing. I would just recommend people try Quixel Mixer if you have no money, but you want to try out texturing and you're not ready to invest fully yet. That's my recommendation. Okay, I'm gonna download this flannel too. But this is Marmoset Toolbag 4. It has a texture engine now. That is pretty amazing, actually. Texture tiling. Let's actually go up a little bit. Let's see here. Let's keep that at 4. I don't think I like that. That's too much. Let's go to 1. No, not -1. Just do that. Okay, let's just... I don't like this map here. 100%. Let's go here. You do awesome anime sculpts, combine it with your anatomy skills. Have to do an Attack on Titan. Oh yeah, that's I've been intrigued by Attack on Titan. I haven't actually gone too much yet with it, but I'm excited about it. I gotta watch it more, but I've seen some of the stuff and it's awesome. watched like 2 episodes, so I got to get on a little bit more. Okay, this is going to be interesting, but I'm curious how this will actually... This is pretty funny. Yeah, I don't like that one. That's not a good thing. That's more for like a leather seat or something. What's funny is I actually don't know what her jacket would be made out of. I guess maybe like a wool. Let's do like a wool. Maybe polyester too. Just download a couple things and see what we like. I don't think it would be padded cloth. Doesn't mean we can't try it. Let's maybe try like, what did I have here? Yeah, let's try a wool jacket. And if we go to vertex color, be more wool like that, right? Let's actually go to render settings real quick and let's use ray tracing and just see what we get. Ooh, that looks kind of nice actually. It's not too bad. All right, let's turn that ray tracing off and let's save it. Whoa, bubble check. Yeah. Yeah, and we can even exaggerate some of these textures afterwards. For right now, I'm gonna lay down all the base stuff. Let's also go to skin for a second. So let's go to like human skin. Keep a pretty simple. Let's turn off that albedo map. Let's use vertex color. Let's use ray tracing for a second. Because see that nasty ambient occlusion that's, I mean, not ambient occlusion, the subsurface scattering that's happening, it's pretty heavy. That scatter intensity is really high. That's right, that's... Just don't like, let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. Wrong one. There we go. Scatter depth. We don't need that kind of scatter depth. There we go. And then those textures are way too much. Oop, too much. There we go. Almost don't know if I actually like that way. I may not do that. I actually may. Let's get rid of that skin. Let's make our own skin texture. Let's go new, and let's just type skin. Hey, Mike May, how you doing? Man, loving this. Sometimes I want to switch back to modeling. Software is so good now. Oh, absolutely, man. What are you doing right now? Okay, vertex color. Let's take the skin. Let's plop that on. That not. There we go. Let's make our own skin texture. Subsurface scatter. So that's just way too high. Let's drop it down. Let's actually take the fuzz up a little bit. That's like just the micro hairs on a face. And then reflection, roughness. That roughness, we're actually gonna turn that roughness up. That's better. Just utilize the paint that we got going. Let's turn off the ray tracing because It'll lag everything. And let's save it. Concept. Any modeling I do just supports concepts. That or personal projects I never finish. Oh, gotcha. I do on Marmoset, Topo Gun, Rhizome, UV, etc. Nice, dude, nice. Just shared a video about sculpting for concept in the Discord. Yes, yeah, you did. Yeah, I shared one too with Pablo. Okay. Okay, let's go. I don't think they have any hair materials. No, that's okay. We'll just make our own. It is stylized at this point, so we can just kind of add our own thing. Let's call this her. Oh, I called it hi. Hair. For 3D softwares, do you prefer to pay monthly fee or one-time fee? One-time fee. One-time fee only. Yeah, I don't like paying a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's gross, dude. Oh no, you're totally fine. Ryan, you're totally fine. You shared this really awesome thing about wood as well. Because you posted something else and that was really cool. You and I, buddy, we share stuff all the time. Yeah, same here one time. But they usually charge you upgrades, except Zbrush, who are heroes. Absolutely. That's why I love Zbrush, guys, because one-time fee and you get customer support and it's industry standard. But what's crazy is like, look at Maya, for example, and I'm not gonna be shit talking, these companies, because Maya's a great program. But $1,500, $2,500 a year for who could afford that? If you're not a full enterprise, who can afford that license? That makes no sense to me. And yeah, they have cheaper versions, but it's still a subscription. You're still paying a yearly fee or a monthly fee, and they don't have all the things that you need when you try to like get it. So it's like, I don't understand that. And Adobe's the same thing. Really look at Adobe. It aggravates me because it's like, you're in it obviously for the money at this point, I understand back in the day when Photoshop was worth $3,000 and it was a specialized field, but now everybody's using Photoshop. And so it's like, you don't need to just give me a base version to work with. So, yeah. I'm super lucky. Have a relatively... Oh, you have a relative at Adobe, so it gets crazy discounts. I pay like $120 a year. That's for the suite. Hook a brother up, dude. Missing A and N. Yeah, Maya got cheaper. There's an indie license now that has all the features the standard Maya has, and it's $250 a year. You sure about that? Has all the features? You're talking about the render engines and everything that everybody uses in Maya now? I don't know. Just let me pay $250 to have a base level of Maya. Not per year, though. Like, I bought this. This is $300. Unless I want to upgrade to Marmoset Toolbag 5 when it gets there. But for this base version, like, let me just pay a one-time fee. I should ask him if he can get me a discount for Substance Suite. Yeah, you might as well. Absolutely. Oh, I agree. Hey, if the industry band together and everyone cancels for a month, maybe they'd wake up. Maybe, yeah. It's so hard, man. It's so hard. Yeah, for a year, it's a lot. It's missing the render pipeline, some other features. It's just for animation and modeling. So yeah, that's the thing. And people in my field want to use Maya for rendering. And I get it, I mean, when you break it down, I do get some of the reasons for the cost, but then I don't. That makes sense. Like, I don't know. It seems a little much. But at the end of the day, I try to buy a single license and work with that. And that's what I recommend people do. If you're going to invest for a license that makes sense for you. And go for there. Oh yeah, cashmere. There we go. Okay. What is stitching made out of? Do we have like a stitch? This is where you wonder if you spell things right. Lacy. What kind of... Here, let's use this for the stitching. But I don't want their color. Or do I? Do I want their color? Yeah, I do. And I want some pretty nice depth. There we go. I wonder, can I... Ooh, I could change that texture. Ooh, look at that. I just changed that texture to my alpha. There we go. That was nice. I'll take that. I think there's only a couple requirements for my indie. Annual gross revenue from work must be less than 100,000 a year. Only one license can be used per user organization. Right, that makes sense. No, there's no reason for that. Pixel makes a pretty good example of that. That's true, yeah. They were pumping out powerful new stable features every month, maybe, but Pixo is embarrassing them. Yeah, Pixo actually changes the game for a lot of people. Pixo wants to make it happen, and they do, and it's awesome. Okay, here we go. Nope. That's not the material I told you. I said that button. There we go. I said that button right there. Okay. Let's go to... Let's get some leather. Leather scuffed. Nope. That's you right there. There we go. And we're just going to use our color. Like such. There we go. Pixel helped launch my friend's career by spotlighting him as Vecto instructor in Zbrush Lite. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Hey, I mean, Zbrush helped put me on the map, which I super appreciate. Oh, let's go back. Here we go. There we go. Nice. Save! Need to go to Zbrush Summit when COVID gets more dormant. Absolutely, dude. I cannot wait for the next in-person Zbrush Summit. You know, it's going to be so awesome when that happens. And when he consistently talks with the chat while streaming. My efficiency is half, my heart is full. You've never been? Okay, well, if they keep holding ZBrush Summit at the Nomen School, then the next time we're all able to get together, you guys have to tell me if you're coming, because I'm down the street. Like, that literally down the street. I'm like a 20-minute drive 40-minute drive in LA traffic when it's bad. So, but I'm there every year. So, just let me know. We'll have to do a get together. Seriously. All right, we're gonna make. Let's do. Did we do hair? We did do hair. I just didn't apply it, did I? Did I apply this to the hair? There it goes. I'm like, I know there was a color on there. The Zbrush Summit is free for everybody to go. 100%. The only thing is that if you don't, you have to get here yourself, but it's free for everybody to show up. You just register online typically, and then after that, you just show up, and it's usually 3 days. For me, it was usually a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I have to take time off of work. But now I'm a working freelance artist. I actually think I could bend my schedule. So no, but it's completely for anybody. But you get to meet industry people. You get to kind of see what's new. They showcase usually the newest version. You get to sometimes they hold competitions. You know, it's awesome. Promise I'll buy you a beer. Heck yeah, dude. McBobbles, what, dude? Hello, sir. Subsurface scatter, some of the same color. Can I eyedrop this? I'm gonna subsurface scatter a little bit darker of a yellow. And let's add the fuzz in. Let's make sure we don't take it too far by going to render and then hitting use ray trace. You can tell if you're taking subsurface scattering too far too quickly if you use your ray trace abilities. And then of course roughness, we're gonna actually go with gloss, and then I'm gonna way down. I want glossy hair, something like that. Let's kick that back. My work will actually pay us to go to Z Summit. Well, I mean, they don't fund the trip, but we don't have to take PTO. Nice. They should have it out in Boston. I would actually like it to be. I wouldn't mind it being in other areas. It's just that Pixel Logic is based in Los Angeles. That's why they have it here. And they base it at the Gnomon School. Yeah, Casey and I were there at the 2019. Yep. I've been going every year since 2017. But because they usually partner up with Gnomon School is also here in Los Angeles. It's the actually perfect place to showcase a lot of stuff. But that being said, yeah, I think it'd be great to have it somewhere else every once in a while. That'd be pretty cool. But I think they keep it the way they keep it because it's usually pretty free. The only thing you would have to pay for is like if you were like a hotel or something, if you're coming out of state. Okay, we need to get like a plastic. Some sort of like, well, poker chips are made out of, what are poker chips made out of? Like a matte plastic almost. Like I don't see them being poker chip material. Like what is it made out of? Clay, plastic, and ceramic. Okay, great. Okay, so it's a stacked combination. So then let's look at the ceramics. We have 25 options for ceramic. Glazed, cracked, ancient. Okay, let's do like a glossy ceramic, and then we can just tone down the material a little bit. Ceramic matte, perfect. I must have already downloaded that. Take the albedo, vertex color. Definitely want to go next time. If enough of those go, it'll be like a mini TwitchCon too. Yes, it will, absolutely. Gnomon School have a campus out in Boston too. Do they really? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so maybe they should partner up with them and do that. That would be awesome. Now, I'll tell you, like, cards are usually like a polyester or some sort of plastic these days. So, oh, okay. Let's just look at plastic then. Plastic bump, plastic glossy, grainy, plastic, ooh, plastic gold. Let's do that. Yeah, matte plastic sounds right. Yeah. Plastic gold. Let's see what that looks like. We'll have to take the color off, of course. So go to vertex, and then there we go. Yeah, that looks pretty right. Not too bad. Okay, let's go to classic so we can see the whole model. All right, let's add in a couple things real quick. So I'm actually going to scene, add object. I want a shadow catcher. So this way when we use, let's save it. So when we use our lights, we can actually have a good surface to work off of. There we go. They are made of clay. Is that like cards are made out of? Wait, are we being serious? Are cards made out of clay, or are we talking about the chips? Yeah, chips are definitely like it said clay, plastic, and ceramic. So I think they're stacked. I actually think they have a clay center within like a cast and mold. I wonder too. It depends on the chip. I remember being surprised when had to like actually what they call greeking. So in the film industry, when you have to cover up logos and details on things, they call it greeking. So we had to greek like 500 poker chips, and so I had to create a design that fit and covered up the original logo with a fake logo that was going to be used in the show. And anyway, long story short, yeah, it was just like it was. I was surprised with how heavy and durable they were, and I was just flicking it around and throwing it. Yeah, the chips. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mike made oh, I missed that comment. Definitely head out there next chance. Absolutely, dude. Also, too, guys, I mean, like I said, I'm in the Los Angeles area. If it ever like once COVID starts going away and everything starts evening it out and most people are vaccinated and can actually travel and stuff. If you ever find yourself in the area, you know, we'll have to like get a drink or something. It'll be cool. I have a feeling that like by next year things are going to start really leveling out, which will be nice. So, but anyway, okay. So this is what we got so far. I'm going to save this and now we're going to try some renders. So I definitely want to add in a sky. This is our base lighting. Let's look at some presets. And we're searching for plastic lights, so apparently that's not going to work. I don't usually... I've lately been pulling away from using HDRIs for some reason. I think I just need like a basic one and then like a light or two and call it a day. Yeah, dude, I'll take you up on that. Last time I was in LA was my first time. I think it was E3 2000, maybe 2001. Wow, yeah, it's going back in time a little bit. I'm gonna go with color and let's do that for now. I think we just need to start playing with some HDRIs here. Let's see what we got. That did not work. What is it? What is that shortcut? There it is. I don't know if I like... Oh, that's actually not too bad. We'll add in some lights. Let's play with that. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I've been like... yeah, I've been in games like forever. Nice. So shift right click helps adjust the light a little bit. So I'll have a little bit of light coming in. Let's actually hide this. And I think I'm going to play with adding in some of my own lights. So let's go to scene, add object. Let's do Omni. Let's kick up here. Scale that way down. Maybe go up a little bit. Let's actually maybe change some of this. Let's actually go to soften the light a little bit more like that. Kind of do more like a softbox back. Oh yeah, yeah, I do remember. Actually, I was talking to Shane about that the other day. Yeah. Is there supposed to be a bunny tail on the hoodie? What do you mean? On the back? I don't think so. No, it just has the ears and the eyes. My daughter actually has this jacket, so I referenced from there, and it didn't have a bunny tail. Just the ears. Yeah, so it was 2019, and I won a drawing for a free 3D, like colored 3D print. But unfortunately, when COVID hit, we were still talking to the company, and then they kind of had a lot of hard times. So I never ended up getting the item. I reached out to them a couple times, and it never happened. But that's okay, though. It was kind of like, it's okay. Do like a 45-degree angle-ish. Something like that. You win some, you lose some. In your case, you did both at once. Yeah, exactly. It was pretty funny. let's actually go higher color, and then let's take the brightness down just a little bit. Want a little bit of a back glow. And we'll do like a fill light too. Might actually make this background color a lot darker. Kind of set the mood a little bit. There we go. Gary, what's up? It's very possible it's not always there. Yeah, it's very possible. I think you could tell if it was 2000, 2001 by remembering if it was the first Xbox got announced or not. Oh, yeah. That's a great point. Okay, we're going to back this up a little bit. Now I'm going to add in another light. Object. Scene, add object. Come on. Scene, add object. Light. There we go. There we go, something like that. And we're going to turn it around so it faces the right way. Let's click that light right here. Turn around. Go. Cool. Something like that, just a little bit. Let's kick up the brightness. Ooh, that's too much. Let's try 3. Nope, 3 is not enough. Cancel. 4. Nope. 5. 5.5. Nope. 5.7. It's actually not too bad. The glorious days of Halo I never came to witness. Dude, like, I remember jumping on Halo. I jumped on Halo with some friends, and I was in the Medal of Honor at the time, and I just didn't like Halo. I don't know. I was doing a LAN party with some friends, and I was okay at it. I never like got into it, so I didn't own it. But now I kind of wish I did. All right, I'm gonna duplicate this light. Kind of gonna go that way. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna really go back this way like such. I'm gonna kind of do like a almost like a softbox, like a rim light. So we're gonna do something like that. I don't want to overcomplicate the light setup. There's already a lot happening. But I want to give it some complementary colors. And we got a lot of red in here. So we're going to go with like a bluer light. This one, let's actually take the width down. Let's get this on this side. There. So we have kind of like a little bit of red and blue. I'm like all focused really hard now. Maybe we'll go like a little bit lighter of a red. I can confirm Runa has a bunny tail. Oh, nice. Okay, well. Not in this version. Looks like we missed a detail. But to be, let's see. I'm gonna pull up my reference because now I'm curious. I want to pull up my reference because I'll show you what I got. Oh, it does. Damn, it does. I missed that completely. Yep. There's the bunny tail. I was so focused on this one. Yep, missed the bunny tail. That's funny because my daughter's jacket doesn't have that bunny tail on it. Not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like, watch this. Right? Like, check this out. Let's see here. Okay, here's what we're going to do, right? I'm going to show you guys just how easy this is. And this is why we're just going to come in here. Right? We're going to go ahead and insert. Let's do this. No, I want it to be as authentic as possible, so let's go ahead and just take this, take that color. Actually make that a little flatter like such. Let's take this real quick. Take the scale down just a little bit. Soften up that wrinkle. Actually, will come up. We'll make that bunny tail a little higher. Something like that. Honestly, thank you guys for checking that. I don't like missing little details like this. Okay, I'm gonna take this real quick, sew this out, and then I'm going to do myself a favor. I'm actually going to group there and there. Auto groups. Get rid of this one. And this one. I'm gonna go ahead like such. Unwrap that real quick. Bloop. Perfect. That way we just have some UVs on there. Take this. Take this color. Fill color. Perfect. Take that one more time. Maybe make it a little bit smaller and cuter. Let's look at that reference one more time. Oh, did I close it? I heard bunny tail. Had me curious. Now you have my attention. Nice. Let me look at this one more time. Let me just see. Okay, it's kind of low, so this is a little too high. Let's actually make this jacket kind of form around that part. Okay. It's one of those details you rarely see. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and save this out. Go ahead and export. We're just going to click this guy. I'm going to re-export this out. Say, yep, replace it. Do all the visible stuff. When we export this out, we'll reload it into Toolbag, and we don't have to redo all that work. Yeah. Is this a contract work or an MMF thing? It's a personal thing. This was the sculpt was actually requested by my daughter. So I wish it was contract work, but it is not contract work. But I wish it was. But this will be also on my Patreon too. So if anybody's gonna want it and you support me on Patreon tier 2, it'll be there along with most of everything I stream. Basically, supporting me just means you get a library of stuff you can print. Oh, that is so cute. She asked for a sculpt. Yeah, yeah. She. What's funny is we were talking about everything, and then we were talking about everything, and then she asked. She was like, "Oh, could you make me something?" And I was like, "Sure. What do you want?" And then she pointed to this character and asked if she can have this character, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. How about a 20-minute sculpt challenge? Kirby? Oh my gosh. Guys, I haven't sculpted Kirby since I was like my third year into sculpting. I should do that. VIP work, I see. Hey, Moshi Moshi! Hello. When you finish, say, honey, you owe me 4,000. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you love being able to make toys for your kids rather than buying a $450 anime figure? Yeah. No, it's nice. Actually, you know, the more I really like enjoy making my own stuff, the more I do this, the more I appreciate the sideshow sculpts and stuff like that. But I think I look at something now and I'm like, I'm just gonna make that myself. I'm doing really good, Moshi. I'm doing really good. I'm just chilling. This was like just kind of a random Saturday stream. I'm just at the house by myself and just decided to jump online. I was doing this anyway, so I was like, hey, let's hang out with people. So I'm doing good. I just wanted to kind of set up a decent render and then get that render maybe into Photoshop. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, here's actually my link tree. And then that'll take you straight to my Patreon, too. This character is from Kakaguri. It's a fun, interesting anime. And my daughter really liked it. It's one of those I like pre-watched enough of it to see where the show was going before letting my 13-year-old watch it. But yeah. But this ended up being her favorite character, and I'm actually happy about that. Like, I know this character enough, and I know the characters within the show, that I was like, ooh, I'm really glad you like this character. Oh, the one with the crazy girl? Yeah. Right? Not to put them down, they do awesome stuff. I own a few sideshow pieces, but you can get a unique pose or style when you make it yourself. Absolutely. See, and that's like going back to like going back to like motivation and stuff like that. Like, I used to look at sideshow pieces and say, man, I can't wait to get there, right? Now I'm looking at sideshow pieces and I'm like, okay, great. I'm still trying to get to that level consistently. I know I can do it, but at the same time, it went from me wanting to buy every piece of sideshow to me owning my own versions of those pieces. So it's interesting, like, my perspective has changed, where I appreciate it more, but I'd rather do the work, if that makes sense. 2 days ago was the first time you heard of sideshow? What? Carrie? You serious? Wow. I'm still writing data. I tweeted about this the other day. Oh, it's still doing its thing. Okay. When I looked for that paint things with Inspire. Oh, interesting. Sideshow actually has released a lot of techniques on how they do their paintings and stuff like that. The coolest part is knowing that they usually mock up two different paints. Usually they'll do the in-house one, the one that they display, so their quote hero piece, and then they'll paint another one, and then that one will be used for sending over for, like, you know, China, for them to kind of try to color match as best as they can. Okay, so that got exported. So here I'm actually going to go ahead and just hit reload. This will take a second, but then it should bring in the new model, and then I should have that bunny tail, and I shouldn't have to change any of this stuff. What I'm really curious about is how they track their painting process to send out for production. Yeah, it's interesting. I think they just let whatever they send it out, like I think they write their stuff down as a whole, but yeah, I think for the most part, they just mark down what they do, they get a good color scheme going. And then from there, they just it's for the other team to really guess. It's still reloading. This is taking a bit. There we go. Okay. And there we go. There's that bunny tail. And I think I threw cashmere on it. Okay. It's not bringing over the color for some reason. Maybe I didn't copy it right, so let's actually hide. Let's actually hide that real quick. Let's throw this back on there like that. There we go. Okay. There we go. It did have the color, it just didn't register enough. All right, there we go, bunny tail. Boom, done. Turn those lights back on. Good catch, guys. Thanks so much for that. I really appreciate that. Save. I mean, like, are they light brushed, blue teal under the eyelid, then lay over heavy red accent, like the process for translating repeating stuff? I think they record that process. Yeah, I would love to know too. I don't know what it takes to be a painter, but I can imagine that you would have to record your process and like add note, like little anecdotes about how you did certain things. But I do know, like, the production paint quality is not as good, or it's just a different type of paint. Like if they use acrylics over at Sideshow, maybe they're using more oil base, so then you have to like color match. I don't know the full depths of it, but they've released and said that's how they do it, so I wonder too. Do not be angry if I have to earn Patreon money. Is currently a bit certain with Corona. Dude, don't even worry about it, man. You're fine, Gary. I'm fixing my week-long headache problem. I couldn't afford a good massage, so I'm on red wine. I take some migraine medication. Bonbuki, it's good to have you here. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, I'm so curious too, Ryan. I bet it would be that they do a workflow sheet after finishing with the paint list and instructions on important details. That's what I think. Thanks for the support, Gary. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. All right, now what we need to do is kind of like work on the camera perspective a bit. Let's see here. We're gonna turn safe frame on. And we need to adjust a lot of things. Let's see real quick. Forget where they put the, there it is. It's for video. I'm very relaxed. Nice. I think there's some videos on the YouTube channel about the process of mass production of the figurines. Yeah, I think so too. Everything to keep the lights on. Hell yeah, dude. Okay. I think I need to go. I think it's 1080 by 1350. I think is the 1080 by 1350. I think that's the Instagram size. 1350. I think Instagram is something like that. How old's your daughter? Are you gonna print it and she paints it together with you? That would be really cool. She's 13. So she likes painting from time to time. I gotta figure out how big she wants it. I also need more resin and stuff. I need everything. All right, let's adjust the ray tracing. So let's actually bring in some ambient occlusion. Specular. Oh, I need a calculator. I can't think right now. I want this to be high res. Yeah, the tip of the hair could be difficult to print. Yeah, what I usually do with the hair like this is I'll probably cut her head off with the hair attached and then print it upside down. Same with the same, you know, because the bunny ears. Although I can make that a separate piece too. Depends on how much work I actually want to do with it. Okay. So 2160. And then 1350 times 2 is 2700. Always trying to get that father-daughter time. Hold on. Sorry, I got a weird text message. Oh man, I'm streaming for a couple hours. That makes sense. All right. The other thing too I want to do is I actually want to add in a new object. So let's go scene, add object, turntable. Nope, not the render part. I like to put that there. There we go. And if we go to animate, there. Boop. Can do more of a strain on its approach. There we go. Perfect. Now we have that in there. Let's save. I won't be able to render this here on stream. So I'm actually thinking that we're going to be wrapping it up here. But yeah, this came out pretty nice. I'm liking it. Probably tweak a little bit more of the settings. I'm not 100% happy with the background. She just seems a little dark. I think that's pretty cute, though. Let's try a different... So that's not too bright. Let's try a different preset. Kind of curious. I'm never 100% satisfied with my HDR selections. Is this a low res or high res mesh? This is a high res mesh. Nice work, thank you. Looks really good, amazing sculpt, and Marmoset is just an incredible render. It really is, yeah. Ooh, let's stick her in Tokyo. That's pretty cool. There we go. And if we just kind of... That kind of blows her eyes out a little bit. Yeah, that might be too much. There we go. Maybe this color will drop it down a little bit more. I'm thinking about taking a render into Photoshop, playing with it a little bit. Does anybody know how to do like a gradient background? I wonder. I thought we could do that at one point. If you texture a fabric on that coat, it will just be so bomb. Actually, the coat is textured, but I just haven't like really popped it yet. It's more subtle. Thinking about practicing 3D character modeling again to add to my hard surface modeling. Is there any tutorial on this new ArtStation that you can recommend? Oh my god, yes. If you go in my Discord, I posted a new channel of ArtStation tutorials that I recommend. So I posted a bunch on there. Definitely go check those out, because I think it will be amazing. Yeah, super recommended. Oh, am I putting the wrong one? I think I'm hitting the wrong one. Cool. Yeah. Change the mode eye sculpts under the light options. Wait, which under the skylight options? Which mode should I send it to? Or do I have to like bring in an image? Under backdrop. Oh, under backdrop. Oh. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll play around with this stuff afterwards. Okay. All right. But this is pretty good so far. I'll tweak it a little bit more here and there. But I do have to get going. So thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out with me. This has been super awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of just some marmoset. But yeah. I'm digging this. This is cool. Oh, already out? Yeah, I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours, but I still have a bunch of stuff I got to do today. This was more like surprise. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Everybody, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, and be safe. Enjoy yourself. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Bye. Bye. Bro, it's looking awesome and always a pleasure. Dude, thank you so much, man. Seriously appreciate it. Take care. See. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.